Harper, I've got to run and stop some terrorists from causing terror. Stop people from being terrorized. It's terrible. Bush out. Thank you for calling. Thank you so much.
When George W. Bush started war on terror following the 9/11 terrorist attacks, the U.S. had to make concessions with many countries in order to acquire support. In India, the Congress-led government came to power in 2004, and its leader Sonia Gandhi was looking to rid Western involvement from Sri Lanka, to settle an old score with the Tamil Tigers.
This agreement is indicative of a new era in Indian foreign policy, an era in which India will see all the world's powers as potential partners in efforts to address its own needs and the needs.
They bargained successfully with the U.S. government for a tough stance against the Tigers, by agreeing to sign on a nuclear non-proliferation treaty. With the U.S. in their bag, getting Canada and the European Union to outlaw the Tigers was not all that difficult. This eventually hampered the peace process that was underway between the Sri Lankan government and the Tamil Tigers then, leading to its collapse at some point. While the Tigers steadfastly adhered to the ceasefire agreement of 2002, the Sri Lankan government walked from it with the auspices of the Indian government. And then it started an offensive against the rebels, with full military, intelligence and monetary support from the Indian government. No Western country blamed Sri Lanka, as they knew that it had the full backing of an Indian government. Tens of thousands of innocent Tamil civilians have perished, due to a self-centered and needless war instigated by India. The Obama administration has come to terms with this reality and is slowly moving away from calling each and every conflict as war on terror. However, the Canadian government is reluctant to change, as the Canadian mainstream is not well aware of the conflict, thanks to various misinformation campaigns. The opposition parties too are not willing to get involved in the so-called terrorist issue, fearing political reprisals. Only when the Canadian mainstream public understands the true nature of the conflict, the political parties would come forward to address the issues. In our next episode, we will analyze this long-running civil war in Sri Lanka in detail.